I'm back with episode 3 of my Avatar rewatch. This is such a good one. Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Jared Woodcox, author of the young adult fantasy series Shadowcasters, and Avatar was so influential to this series that I wrote, I thought it would be fun to do a deep dive of every single episode. Today we're talking about episode 3, The Southern Air Temple. Such a good episode. So much happens in this one that progresses the story forward. We learn about Aang's past lives, the Avatar cycle, we meet Commander Zhao, we see a lot of emotional depth of Aang and Zuko progressing. We learn about the ruthfulness of the Fire Nation. We learn about Uncle Iroh's tea obsession. And of course, maybe most important, we get introduced to Momo. Something I really loved about this episode, man, there's so much to choose, but I think I'm going to go with, I love the whole Agni Kai scene between Commander Zhao and Zuko. In particular, I love when there's the part where Zuko says, "I will never forget," and the camera pans over and shows the scar on his face. That and the part where we have Iroh, who basically says, "Hey, even in exile, my nephew has more honor than you." I just love this theme of honor that obviously is so attached to Zuko, and the fact that Iroh is clearly pointing out that exile notwithstanding, Zuko has more honor because obviously Iroh really understands that honor has nothing to do with what a nation or even the Fire Lord thinks of you. Honor is something deeply rooted inside a person, and he's calling that out about Zuko right away, and I love that. Something I don't like as much is hard to pin down because I really love this episode. I'm actually going to go with something that stems from something I really liked that I wish they'd done more of. And that is where Katara tries to protect Aang from this hard truth of the Fire Nation has made it to the Southern Air Temple. She obviously brings the snow down to cover the Fire Nation helmet. And Sokka straight up tells her, like, hey, you can't protect him from this forever. And she basically says, for him, I will, or I have to, because he's going to be devastated to learn the truth here. I just love that because like it shows so much of Katara's character, that kind of this motherly symbol again, that she wants to protect Aang no matter the cost, even though as Sokka points out, and as we all know, like she can't protect him forever. And Aang has to know that he's the Avatar. He has to know that he has this big responsibility, that the world is in turmoil. But I wish they would have just played on that a little bit more. Maybe some other instances where Katara was trying to protect Aang from the truth, because I love that one moment so much. It would have been cool to see it played out a little bit more. And then I think it would have been even more emotional when Aang obviously sees Gyatso. He sees the Fire Nation troops, and then Katara has to kind of come to his side. If they had even established more of her as like wanting to protect him, I think that would have been even more powerful. Okay, ranking time. I might regret this. I can't believe I'm doing this. I know we're only 3 episodes in, but I love this episode so much. There's just not really any issues I have with it. It really pulls at my heartstrings. I love that we have Aang finally coming to terms with he is the last airbender. I'm doing it. I'm giving episode 3 an S tier ranking, the first one so far. I know there's going to be so many more to come, but yeah, this one is so good I can't help but give it a top ranking. That's it for this one. If you want to see my longer thoughts, make sure you check out my full recap on Substack. We'll see you next time for episode 4, The Warriors of Kyoshi.